Tune in for Patrick Ching's Painting in Paradise.
Aloha, I'm Patrick Ching, and thank you for joining me on Painting in Paradise. In this episode, we go to the islands of Papahānaumokuākea.
We'll learn about Hawaii's albatrosses, and especially the short-tailed albatross called Makalena. I'll show you how to draw Makalena, and then we'll join a group of decoy painters at Sea Life Park. But first, we'll see an art show about Papahānaumokuākea, the tiny atolls where most of the albatross live. We'll even learn the words and ukulele chords for the song Papahānaumokuākea, performed by Kawika Kahiapo. Enjoy all this and more in this wide-winged episode of Painting in Paradise!
So we're here at Sea Life Park for the Papahānaumokuākea Art Show and Music Festival. I just made that up. We're here with Kawika Kahiapo. He's a Grammy Award-winning musician, so he'll be playing songs like Waimanalo and Papahānaumokuākea. Yeah, he sang the Papahānaumokuākea song to help people learn that long Hawaiian name and what it means and how to remember it real easy in a song. I got some of my artwork up here, and I got friends coming in, and you get to hear from them too.
Welcome to Sea Life Park. My name is Michael Davis. I'm the education manager here at the park. Tonight we have special guest Patrick Ching sharing his many talents with his art and his creativity to create this amazing artistic space to show off art and conservation. Art in the Park is a featured monthly event where we invite local artists to come in. They're able to display their art. It's just a wonderful place to be, and hopefully it continues to build and gain some energy and inertia as we bring in more artists from throughout the community.
The Conservation Center at Sea Life Park is a great place to show my works inspired by my experiences from Papahānaumokuākea.
This painting behind me is from a time when I first went to the Northwest Hawaiian Islands, and this is the first time I ever been in the water with a shark. So she came to circle me, and I just told myself, you just be calm. And then I started to look at her, how beautiful she was. And then there were like 6 sharks, and then there were 10. Got to be so many sharks, I couldn't even see through them. And I said, you just keep your heartbeat down and head toward the shore. I did have a camera, so when I climbed up on the reef and turned around, they were all still in a circle like that. I took a picture. I kept it in my mind for decades before I finally painted it, and this is what it came out like.
It's fun to remember those stories and share them with new friends and reunite with some old friends.
We went to elementary school together. Oh.
I was really happy that one of my best childhood friends and his family showed up.
Welcome to Mark and Pat's Wild Adventure, the sequel, 40 years later.
I tell you what, I met this guy in intermediate school, 7th grade. Anyway, he tells me about this lighthouse that he grew up in on Kauai, and I don't know what he's talking about until after I graduate, I become a wildlife ranger at this lighthouse on Kauai called the
Kilauea Wildlife Refuge.
Yeah, so Mark comes up, visit me at the Kilauea Wildlife Refuge. We had a great old time. So finally I get a chance to go up to the Northwest Hawaiian Islands and invite somebody to help. And what did we do?
Oh no, we tagged Hawaiian monk seals and we fixed all the Boston whalers that Memphis broke.
Yeah, okay. So we did a lot of work with monk seals, sea turtles, and all kinds of things like that. Had some great adventures and still friends after that.
Yeah.
The Papahānaumokuākea song was originally recorded by Kawika Kahiapo at the studios of Kirk Thompson of Kalapana. On this day, Kawika and Aikahi schoolteacher Miss Kim Mah were teaching it to the crowd. But first, a little warm-up.
The arm movement, check it over those strings and strike them nice and hard, up and down, just like you're beating a drum. And just follow along with the music, have fun with it.
Okay, for real this time.
Okay, vamp, one more vamp. Here we go.
Papahānaumokuākea, sacred islands way out there. Born of Papahānaumokuākea, Papahānaumokuākea. Papa is the mother earth. Hanau means to give birth. Moku is the name for islands. Akea, the sky father. Nature thrives in harmony, so let's malama naturally. Sacred places need our care. Papahānaumokuākea.
Good job, everybody.
Aloha mai kako. My name is Ki'ili and I am an educator here at Sea Life Park. There is so much that is undiscovered in our oceans and in our ecosystems here in our beautiful home of Hawaii. And it is my hope that events like this will inspire and educate not only the next generation, but visitors and local residents here in Hawaii. And I hope you guys are able to come to the next one. Mahalo.
When we return, we'll learn about Hawaii's albatrosses and especially the short-tailed albatross called Makalena. Hawaii's largest living birds are seabirds known as albatross. With their wings that span over 7 feet wide, they are the masters of flight. There are 3 species of albatross that inhabit the islands. The most well-known are the Moli, or Laysan albatross, and the Kaupu, or black-footed albatross. The least known and rarest albatross in Hawaii are the Makalena, or short-tailed albatross. This amazing photo showing all 3 species was taken by Daniel Clark of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service on Kauai. Kauai, or Midway Atoll, has the largest colony of albatross in the world, and most of these are the Moli, or Laysan albatross. The Moli were absent from the main Hawaiian Islands for a long time, but as they became protected, they've been returning to the main islands in areas like Kaena Point on Oahu and the north shore of Kauai. When I worked for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service at the Kilauea Point National Wildlife Refuge on Kauai, one of my first duties under the guidance of Refuge Manager Dan Moriarty was to ban some of the first Moli that landed there. Another amazing albatross is the black-footed albatross called Kaupu. They're darker in color and even larger than the Moli. And of course, they have black feet. The rarest albatross in Hawaii is also the largest. With a wingspan of about 7.5 feet, the short-tailed albatross, called Makalena, is a striking bird. At the turn of the 20th century, millions were harvested by feather hunters, which resulted in the near extinction of the species. Now, just a couple areas in the world host most of the breeding pairs: Torishima Island in Japan, which is an active volcano, and the Senkaku Island group, northwest of Taiwan. In recent years, these albatross have been coming to the atolls of Kuaheilani and Holaniku. Because their breeding grounds in the Orient are limited, it's a celebrated event when they come here to visit. That's why efforts are underway to encourage their landing here with the use of sculpted and painted decoys, in hopes that they would begin a breeding colony in the protective atolls of Papahānaumokuākea. The chicks of these birds are black or dark in color, with the juveniles being chocolate brown. The young birds go through various color changes with darker heads before becoming adults. Adults have a white back with a golden head and black and white wings. Their beaks are beautifully pink and tipped with light blue. When we return, I'll show you how to draw the short-tailed albatross known as Makalena. So now I'm going to show you how I go about drawing a short-tailed albatross. And I'll start the same way I always do, by pressing softly. How are we going to press? Softly, that's right. We press softly so we don't dig into that paper where we can't adjust or erase anything. First, I'm just going to put a shape in the middle of the page, and that's going to be like an egg shape, okay? Kind of like this. And that's going to be the body, and above that, I'll put the head right around here. So that's just going to be a circle, okay? And then I'll put the shape of the beak. Now for the neck, it's going to kind of go around the shape of the head like that and connect up to the body. And on the front side, it's going to have a little bit of a bulge, and then it comes around to the big part of the body, okay? Now for the thighs, I'm going to put like a circle over there too. And the wings are kind of like, they're kind of like tucked like this, I'm going to start a wing kind of like that, give it a little curve there, and then I'm going to go like that, and we can kind of see how the wings unfold over here. There's a little triangle. Now at the tail, I am going to put a little more of a pointed tail. Okay, and it comes down over here, a little jaga over there. And I'm starting to form up my albatross. Now for the legs, I'm going to make a little ball over there, and that's kind of where the legs going to go. Bring down here, and I'll make some feet, kind of like duck feet, They got little toes and webbing in between them. I'm going to repeat this shape on the other side, so we'll have like 2 legs and 2 feet. Yeah. Now I'm going to place the maka, the eye, where it's supposed to go, right around here. And this albatross kind of has a line like that, and its beak. And then it has a little bit of a division and a nostril there. Yeah, they got a little more than just a simple beak, If you look closely, and that's what us artists like to do, we like to look closely, we might see more than the average person can see. Now I'm going to go and do a little more feathering over here. And also the pattern of the back, These albatross at different stages, they kind of got different patterns depending on what age they are. Yep. But there we go. I'll put some grass over here. And now, I got some space over here. I'm going to put another albatross flying, okay? So I'll kind of start with the body like that. And the head. And the beak. And a wing kind of comes up like this. And called foreshortening. They're really long wings, but because of the angle that this one's at, I'm not going to make them look so long, okay? So now that I got my albatross formed up, I got a bigger pen so you can see better what's going on. Alright, so now that my albatross is outlined, I'm going to use a finer pen to start some shading, okay? Don't forget your signature. When we return, we'll paint some Makalena decoys at Sea Life Park.
Oh, this is so good fun.
One of the ways to encourage albatross to land in an area is to create life-size decoys. I had seen this work before on Kauai and was able to paint some decoys with our albatross ambassador, Hob Osterlin. The first short-tailed albatross decoys put out on Midway were replicas of birds carved by the renowned artist Haruo Uchiyama of Japan. In addition to those, more decoys were donated by the National Audubon Society's Seabird Restoration Program. So when the folks from the Kure Atoll Wildlife Sanctuary asked me to help in repainting their short-tailed albatross decoys, I invited some volunteers to help with it. But first, I had to sand off the old paint and put a new coat of primer on them. Then it was time for a painting party.
Alright, so here we are at Sea Life Park, and in celebration of Earth Day, we are painting short-tailed albatross. And all we gotta do is put some love through our arms into the brush, into the paint, onto the albatross, in the hopes that they'll want to come down and live and build their nest and raise their chicks.
Aloha, I'm really honored and privileged to be here today to participate in this project where we'll be painting albatross decoys. We're hoping to encourage the short-tailed albatross as they do their ocean voyages of thousands of miles to hopefully find our Northwestern Hawaiian Islands a suitable place for habitat.
We're both retired teachers.
And we're here because we love the albatross, and we're happy to help with this painting project to make the decoys.
We're really excited about it, yeah. Well, just being part of the process and to learn, I was really interested in like, why are we doing this? And to learn that we're trying to attract the albatross so that they will nest there. And I just think that's fabulous. I had never heard of doing that.
This will help the bird population, and so we're happy to be a part in a very small way in that process.
Yeah.
All right, and what's the main ingredient you're putting in?
Lots of love.
Aloha!
Yeah. Oh, this is so good fun. Oh my God.
I always say before you finish any project, first you gotta get started.
Yeah, put most of it there.
Never pass that up.
It was a beautiful day at the park, and the painters were bustling with activity.
I think that one has a little this one. There's texture.
Comes out of the line of
I mix a little bit of blue, black, and white on the small brush, and I just kind of made like any kind of little small strokes. So just kind of trying to see what I think looks good. Nothing too crazy.
I work with the Hawaiian Monk Seal program, which through that job I've been able to go up to the Northwestern Hawaiian Islands. But you're pretty much living right in the middle of a giant seabird colony. And so we got to see these decoys in action. They definitely needed some love, so it's nice to get them refreshed, and hopefully we can get more short tails out there.
Where they nest, yeah, it's on an active volcano, and so what seabird biologists they're doing, they're using decoys, and they're moving the decoys down the volcano into another nesting area, so that the whole colony moves. But it's been working. I think maybe like a third of them started moving down, so decoys work.
I don't think I've ever had as much painting before. Thank you very much. Mahalo nui loa.
Fantastic. It was so much fun. It's a perfect day for painting.
And thanks to Patrick, he's a great teacher.
The decoys we painted were taken back to Holaniku or Kure Atoll and put in a field before the albatross nesting season. To our delight, a short-tailed albatross came down and settled right next to the decoys. We hope that more will come here and raise their young.
Painting in Paradise!
Thank you for joining me on Painting in Paradise. I hope you enjoyed learning about Papahānaumokuākea and the short-tailed albatross called Makalena. If you'd like to learn more about creating your own art, you can check out my YouTube channel or my online painting lessons at patrickchingart.com. Aloha!
Aloha, my name is Alika Garcia. I'm the Executive Director of Kuleana Coral Restoration. We're a 501c3 nonprofit based out of West Oahu. Our mission is to restore, monitor, and protect coral reef ecosystems. Our primary program is coral restoration, where we're actually planting and kind of farming out coral. Most of our work is we're finding damaged or broken coral around South and West Oahu, and we essentially take it and replant it into the seafloor so it can continue to make fish for us. We do a lot of scuba diving and scientific diver training. So we have a program called COAST that trains local kids in underserved communities to get certifications and experience in the field so that they can get jobs that hopefully can pay them well and keep them here in Hawaii so they don't have to leave and go anywhere else. And what better job than to stay home and protect your backyard. In 2022, I was fortunate to go up to Papahānaumokuākea to remove marine debris off of the reefs. And during that time, I got to see a lot of the amazing wildlife that I saw my Uncle Pat paint since I was a kid. I think growing up, his friendship with my Uncle Mark has probably left an impression on me where I had an interest in wildlife and what was going on, not only in Papahānaumokuākea, but in our home and in our backyard reefs.
Aloha, I'm Mark Peliholani. I'm Patrick Ching's classmate from high school. We worked a lot together doing some wildlife fishing game stuff on Kauai, and I was fortunate enough to go up to the Northwest Hawaiian Islands, tag Hawaiian monk seals, pick up all the debris, do census on all the fish nets, a lot of the other debris that's around there, Bic lighters, sake bottles. I was really surprised 30 years later, my nephew Alika, he got to do the same thing, walked in the same places that I walked. Kind of sad thing about it is everything I told him that we picked up and all the rubbish and all the nets and what was there, that's exactly what he saw when he went there 30 years later. We're both Hawaiian. That's part of our culture is taking care of the aina, taking care of the wildlife, trying to preserve stuff for the next generation.
Hi, I'm Hannah Bernard with Hawaii Wildlife Fund and Hawaii Wildlife Discovery Center on Maui. Hawaii Wildlife Fund is a 28-year-old conservation organization dedicated to the recovery of our native marine life. There's a big focus on the sea turtles, like the hawksbill in this painting that Patrick did. And he did incredible murals inside our Discovery Center and outside. We're so grateful to have him in our lives and sharing our marine life the way that he does.
Aloha, my name is Magdalena Teritua. I'm a naturalist with Hawaii Wildlife Fund, based on Maui and Big Island. We are a non-profit organization. Our mission is to protect our native species, and I protect turtles, green sea turtles, like this one.
Aloha, I'm Mark Hickson. I'm a professor of marine biology at UH Manoa. I'm also a scientific advisor for an organization called Fish Pono, Save Our Reefs. This organization is about saving these fish, the uhu and their friends. And they're so incredibly important for the health of our reefs. So please check us out sometime at fishpono.org. Mahalo.
My name is Onye. I'm with Friends of Hawaiian Islands National Wildlife Refuge. We are a Friends group organization of the Hawaiian Islands National Wildlife Refuge. Our goal is to create a K-12 curriculum in both English and Alelo. Patrick designed our logo that you see here on my shirt and our lovely stickers over here. Our board chair, Ilana Nims, she's an amazing artist. She designed these stickers, and all of the art that you'll see in our curriculum was designed by her as well.
Aloha, my name is Malia Evans, and I work on behalf of Papahānaumokuākea Marine National Monument. We're here to share information about why this area is culturally and ecologically significant. These Northwest Hawaiian Islands we refer to as our Kupuna Islands, our elder islands, because they are older geologically, and also as Kanaka-o-iwi, as Native Hawaiians, we are genealogically connected to these islands. And so we have today different limu stamps, so when people come by, they can create these beautiful images. This is how we share about the importance of the organisms that make their home in Papahānaumokuākea.
Nice, show the camera.
Hey, you thought that was on call? Heck no, was me, your DJ, Holy Moli. I'm on Albatross. We've been raising our ohana on Kauai for thousands of years, and Kauai the only place where we nest so close to the peoples. In February, the babies went hatch, and they stay so cute, lad. Mahalo plenty for helping us keep them safe. This message from the Friends of Kauai Wildlife Refuges. Learn more at kawaiirefuges.org.
Hey friends, it's me, Patrick Ching, and I'm here to introduce you to the Papahānaumokuākea Song and Color Book Project. All you gotta do is just go to www.papahānaumokuākeasong.com, and here, I'm gonna do it right here. Bing! Boing! Magic! That's Kawika Kahiapo. And he's telling us about this song. You can even download the coloring book pages and the ukulele chords. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Scroll down and get the free coloring book pages. Right there, you can download the coloring book pages, print them out, and color them. See, look. Now this downloads better with a laptop computer rather than a handheld device. Kawika Kahiapo. So if you want to learn a lot and have fun doing it, download, print, and color the pages at papahānaumokuākeasong.com. papahānaumokuākeasong.com.
Sacred places need our care. Papahānaumokuākea. All right.
The Papahānaumokuākea Song coloring books are finally here, complete with lyrics and ukulele chords too. Get your copies at papahānaumokuākeasong.com.